Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellencies, respected ambassadors, esteemed minister, environmental advocates, scientists, educators, youth representatives, and beloved citizens, good morning. It is not merely a ceremonial moment for me to be standing here today. It is a moral moment, a moment where the stakes are not symbolic, they are existential. We are not here to talk about ideas, we are here to talk about survival. The survival of ecosystem, the survival of culture, the survival of future generation, and ultimately the survival of our own humanity. The first, this is the defining challenge of our time. In our life, we are often given choices that shape the path ahead, but today we do not have the luxury of time to choose leisurely. We must decide now. Will we be remembered as the generation that stood up or the one that stood by? Because the earth is at the tipping point and the alarms are deafening. In the Amazon forest, the size of citizens are burned every year. In Asia, millions are displaced annually due to flooding. In Africa, the desertification has robbed fertile lands of life. In the Arctic, temperatures are rising 4 times faster than the global average. In our ocean, there will be more plastic than fish by 250 if nothing changes. But these are not just numbers, they are stories of loss, of livelihoods, homes, tradition, and species. We are nature, not separate from it. Let us be clear. The idea that humans are somehow superior to or separate from nature is a dangerous illusion. We breathe because theirs exists. We eat because pollinators work silence. We survive, we survive because the climate remains stable enough to grow food and maintain shelter. If we destroy the balance, we destroy ourselves. Harmony with nature is not the same poetic ideal. It is not a slogan for conference or a theme for Earth Day. It is a it is practical foundation for the health of societies, economies, and cultures. From awareness to accountability, awareness is everywhere now. Children as young as 5 understand what climate changes is. Young people march in the streets demanding action. Social media is full of infographic and viral videos. But let me ask you, is awareness enough? The forests still fall, the temperature still rise, the ice still melts. So we move from awareness to accountability. Accountability means that every country must not only set targets but report transparently and act consistently. Accountability means every business must track its ecological footprint, not just its financial bottom line. Accountability means every citizen asks themselves each day what I'm doing to reduce my harm to the earth. Police must be more than paper. As a government, we do not only speak truth words, we must speak through regulation. infrastructure, and long-term strategy. We cannot just issue laws, we must enforce them. We cannot just hold summits, we must follow them with system. We cannot just announce global. We cannot just announce goals, we must finance them. That is why in our administration we have committed to restoring over 2 million hectares of degraded forest by 2030, cutting national plastic waste by 70% in the next 5 years, empowering 1,000 local community forests with co-management schemes, integrating climate education in every national school curriculum, creating a national carbon registry for transparency in emission reduction, and investing in mangrove economies, turning coast resilience into sustainable income from local families. Let me say this: environmental justice is economic justice. When we invest in nature, we uplift the poor, protect indigenous wisdom, and create a more peaceful and fair society. Cities must become engines of sustainability. Over 55% of the world's population now lives in cities by 250. It will be over 70%. That means we must rethink how we design, build, and power our urban center. A green future depends on a public transport, not endless car lanes, green rooftops, and vertical farming, clean air, walkable space, and integrated waste management, building that produce energy, not just consume it, and access to clean water as a basic right. The city of the future, not a technotopia. It is a place where humans and ecosystems can coexist in dignity. Youth and the power of climate imagination. Dear young people, I dedicate this moment for you. Your generation will live with the decision we make or fail to make today. You are the digital generation, the connect generation, but more than that, you are the climate imagination generation. We can see futures we cannot yet grasp. Future where clean energy is the norm, where, where circular economies are mainstream, where nature is not fought against but fought for. Do not wait for permission to act. Do not believe the lie that you are too small to make a difference. History has always been changed by those who were bold enough to believe the cold. We need a culture shift. The environmental crisis is not just technical, it is cultural. The Moscow and culture where it is embarrassing to waste, not admirable to own in excess, where it is fashionable to repair and reuse, not to replace consistently. We are where children grow up with values that put, that put care over consumption. This is not anti-progress, this is redefining progress. Let us no longer define progress by how much we have, but by how well we live together with others and with the natural world. Let us walk forward not just with policy but with purpose, not just with science but with soul, not just with fear of loss but with love for life. Let us protect forests like we protect our families. Let us clean our rivers as we clean our homes. Let us treat the earth not as an object, but as our only living home. The earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. And today, the earth is asking for our help, not in whispers, but in thunder. Let this be decade where hope outshouts despair, where actions drowns out apathy, and where harmony replaces harm. Thank you. May we serve the earth with all that we are. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May nature bless and remember us kindly. Thank you.